this a content grab? Am I making a video just to be making a video, to just put some content out there? Do you or would you guys really give two shits about what I'm about to say? No. But yes, this is a content grab. I am not the least bit embarrassed. Hey guys, welcome back. It's Jessica. I just wanted to, like I said in that opening, put some content out there, let you guys see my face, see my beautifully made up face that I did just for you guys today. Making a video talking about my reading peccadillos, idiosyncrasies, tics, preferences, stuff like that. This is going to be a very short video. It's not going to be long at all, I promise. I know my last videos were embarrassingly long, but this one is just, like I said, just to put some content out there. So I'm going to stop talking now and we're going to get right to it. We're just going to put it out there. We're just going to say it. And I know it's considered a reading crime, but this is how your girl lives. This is the violence I choose every day. I do not that's our automatic cat feeder. Okay, like I was saying, I wake up, I choose violence every day. We're getting out the way. I do not own bookmarks. I do not intentionally go out to buy bookmarks. I have not owned a bookmark since the Scholastic Book Fair in the 3rd grade. I dog ear pages. Be mad. Be all the way mad. But I get it. I get it. I don't prefer it over bookmarks. I'm just too lazy to go get them, and then I feel like bookmarks should mean something to you, and I can never find one that like speaks to me. Like I said, the last one I owned was like 3rd grade from the Scholastic Book Fair, and that was when I was into unicorns. Oh, it was so pretty. It was like purple and blue with this unicorn and a rainbow, and it was gorgeous. Do I know where it is now? No, I do not. I unfortunately don't own bookmarks. I don't make it a point to own bookmarks. I'm not against bookmarks. I would love some bookmarks. I just, every time I think about going to go get one or buy them online, or I just never see one that I'm like, ooh, I love this. So yeah, but if you guys know some bookmark websites that like sell some really beautiful ones or nice ones, or you know, anything that doesn't have a Jesus quote on it, send it, you know, let me know. Put it in the comments and I will check it out. I want to own bookmarks. I haven't. So I dog ear pages. Like I said, I know it's considered a book crime. I unfortunately do not consider it a book crime, but speaking of book crimes, I know I just mentioned how people think dog earing pages is a book crime. I think writing in your book is a book crime. That is, you know, number 2 on this list. I do not annotate. I don't write in the margins. I do not highlight, and I do not take notes. I take a book in as is. I mean, I know that a lot of people do it because it's kind of this thing that they have developed and learned, especially in college. You're encouraged to do things like that in order to comprehend and retain the information. But once I'm in a book, I'm in a book. I'm there. Like, I don't need to take notes or write anything down. Like, the book, if the book is great, or if there's something that happens in the book that's great, it's already with me. It's already stuck with me. I got it. Like, I got it. I might need to reference it in a page, like, oh, what page was that on, or blah, blah, blah. But, you know, forgetting a character's name. But I think all of that is just innocent compared to writing in a book. Like I said, I mean, books are sacred to me, and I know they're sacred to all of you guys. You wouldn't be here if they weren't. They're sacred to a lot of people, and I understand that everybody's, you know, their fondness for books are expressed in different ways. Like I said, some people think me dog-earing pages is a book crime. I think annotating and writing in books is a book crime. I won't hold it against you. Never. Just don't hold it against me that I dog ear pages and I don't own bookmarks. Okay, number 3, my preferred method of reading are actual physical books and audiobooks. I love owning a physical book. I know that there is a difference between collecting books and reading books. I do both. Speaking of which, there's going to be I'm going to have a big book haul at the end of August, at the end of the summer. So, look forward to that video. My plan is to buy at least, or to get at least 30 books, on my radar, bought, and, planned out for the rest of the year. But yeah, I love a physical book. I love the smell of a physical book. I love holding it in my hands. I love a physical book. I love audiobooks too. Anybody that says audiobooks is not reading can fuck all the way off. All the way. Fuck off, then fuck off some more, and then go a little further and fuck off a little bit more. And then you're exactly where you need to fuck off. I, though, have not interacted much with audiobooks lately. I do have an Audible account. I've had an Audible account for years now. The thing about audiobooks is I can't listen to audiobooks while just laying at home or even doing chores. The best time for me to listen to audiobooks is a long drive. I have been out of work since the pandemic started, which was last March. And my commute was an hour to work, and guess what I did during that commute? Listen to audiobooks. And since I haven't been making that commute, and since we've been on quarantine and then phases and lockdowns and stuff like that, the farthest distance I've gone is the supermarket. I'm very comfortable staying at home with my husband and reading books and cooking dinner and cleaning. I never thought I would enjoy the housewife life. A bitch does. I get to stay home all day, watch TV, read books, and all I have to do is cook and clean for my husband. Fine with that. And I think he is too. I think he enjoys it a lot. But yeah, I have not listened to an audiobook since being out of work. So since then, I've just been reading physical books. And like I said, I love physical books and I love audiobooks, so I've got no issues with that. I prefer listening to music when I do chores, when I clean and cook and all that kind of stuff, because I can't pay attention. I'm too busy, especially when I'm cooking. You have to pay attention to what you're doing when you're cooking. So I can't really comprehend the story that's being told to me at the time. As far as ebooks are concerned, no. Never. I don't like ebooks. I don't hate on people who like ebooks. If they read on ebook, that's great. I just don't like it. The best I can describe my whole disdain for it, my whole apprehension towards it is just me being a bit of a Luddite. Me just, not really caring for that aspect of technology. Like I said, books are sacred to all of us in different ways, and a physical book to me is so sacred in having it in your hands and reading it and completing it. And so I don't know. I don't know. I don't like ebooks. My husband bought me a Kindle a long time ago. I used it for about a month, and then it is collecting dust, and it has been collecting dust in a drawer for a very long time since then. I can't even remember when he bought me that Kindle. I think that was back when Kindles first came out, when they were hella expensive, and he was so excited to get it for me, and I just played with it for a month, and then I've never touched it since. But I do read fanfic off my phone. That is the one thing I ingest reading wise off an electronic device is fanfic. AO3 got me like that till 2-3 in the morning sometimes. You know how it is. So I mainly get my books from bookstores, Amazon, and eBay. I do go to independent bookstores as well as the big chains, but Barnes and Noble is my go-to, and so is Amazon. I know they're both very expensive. I am in a fortunate enough position to afford them. I also understand if you have a ethical aversion to big chain bookstores and Amazon itself. I get it. There is a half price books around me. I hate going there. The staff is always so incredibly nice. Everything is well organized. It's just I went in there one time and there was a rat in a corner. I mean, I don't fuck with it. I don't fuck with it. There's other independent bookstores around that I go to. And we'll possibly do a video one day of me traveling to a bookstore. I would love to take you guys on a trip to a couple of independent bookstores in Seattle. They are wonderful. They're great. Especially, yeah, now during the summer when it's really nice. We should probably do a video of that. We should probably take a nice little trip. I mainly get my books from chain bookstores, independent bookstores, Amazon, eBay. I read mainly at night. During the day I make these videos, and I also write and watch TV, make dinner, spend time with my cats. I do all that good stuff during the day, and then once 8 o'clock hits, I read until about midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. I set my timer from 8 to midnight, and read during those 4 hours as much as I can. I use my timer through the Bookly app. That is the book app that I use. It has infographics and stats that help me track my reading. I just started using it, so there's not much to track. I started it July 1st, and I like it a lot, and I'm going to continue using it. I do have the subscription for it because I got so fucking sick of the ads. So I was like, oh, fine, I'll just pay for the subscription. That's how they get you, I know. They're like, we'll bombard this bitch with ads and ruin this whole app for her unless she buys a subscription, and they got me. I'm usually not a sucker for stuff like that, but this time I was. I also keep track of my reading through a planner. I wanted a specific reading planner. There was, I can't remember the name of the Etsy shop, but there is an Etsy shop that makes it like a specific planner. It's so beautiful, it's so lovely. They have been sold out for months, and I really wanted a planner. I really wanted a specific reading planner. Believe it or not that many people make reading planners, and it just, oh, it's irritating. This is just a regular planner. It's not a reading planner. I was walking through Target one day. I went to their, like, you know, school supplies, journals, notebook section, and I thought this was really pretty, and I thought it was really cute, and I needed a planner, and I got sick of spending so much time online and on Etsy and on other sites looking for a reading planner that I liked, that I'd be comfortable with using. I found this, I sipped through it, I was like, okay, this will work, and it does, and I like it a lot. 2 more to go. 2 more points to go. This really is going to be a short video. I'm so proud of myself. I do read romances. That is my main genre, but it's not my only genre. I love mystery and thrillers. I love just basic fiction literature. So bios, I love those. I love like celebrity bios, especially of old classic Hollywood, like movie stars like Judy Garland, Cary Grant, like, because they always have the best shit in their fucking biographies. So yeah, biographies I'll read. Celebrity memoirs not so much. I do read memoirs. They just can't be famous people. For instance, the memoir of Running with Scissors. I loved it. Oh my god, it was amazing. It was funny. It was tragic, but that stuff like that, like just ordinary people who live extraordinary lives, or just, you know, even tragic lives, sad lives, wonderful lives. Yes, I'll read those, unless they go on adventures. That shit I can't. Like, I'm not about to read a book about a dude climbing Mount Everest. Never. Oh god, that sounds so boring. That sounds so boring. No. I love historical fiction. I don't get people who don't like historical fiction. I especially love historical fiction because most historical fiction is written by people of color. That's typically where their voices are in literature, and depictions and representation are. So yes, I read historical fiction. It's my jam. I will not be reading nonfiction on this channel. channel. I do read nonfiction. I'm just not going to talk about it because it just leads me on a tangent, because chances are whatever nonfiction thing I'm reading is something about something horrible going on in the world currently or in the past, and it aggravates me and it angers me, and I'm just gonna have to go off on a tangent on it, and those are gonna be 2-hour long videos, and nobody wants that. Absolutely nobody wants that. I definitely don't want it, so I damn sure know you don't want it. So yeah, I will not be reading historical nonfiction books on this channel. Sci-fi and fantasy are genres I never really got into, but I am trying. I want to. The reason I never got into them is just I felt like I couldn't really relate to the story, and also because there was a lack of representation in both those genres. There still is a huge lack of representation in those genres, but that has been changing a lot recently, and there have been a lot of books that I've seen people get excited for, and therefore I get excited for, so I'm all about it. Honestly, to be honest, part of that is Black Panther. Black Panther introducing me to Afrofuturism has really just sparked this interest in me in sci-fi. I do watch sci-fi movies and fantasy movies, but not as much as any other genre. It takes a lot for me to watch a sci-fi and fantasy movie. It has, like, the premise has to grab me right away. Otherwise, I'm just, no, it's not gonna happen. Okay, so my battery was low and my computer shut off, and what the hell were we in the middle of talking about? Sci-fi and fantasy are two genres that I'm trying really hard to get back into, or get into completely, sorry. So I'm really excited for all the sci-fi and fantasy books I have on my list, especially with the representation I've been looking for in them, not just with BIPOC characters, but female characters as well, in a very grounded way, in a very three-dimensional way. And lastly, I will not be doing reading vlogs. I'm not a fan of reading vlogs. It's too much pressure. It is too much pressure trying to what feels like read a book in a day in one sitting and also record with you guys. Like that feels like a lot happening. It's the only videos I subscribe to a ton of booktubers on here, people that whose channels I absolutely love watching, and probably the only thing in common with most of them is the fact that in my viewing of them, is that I don't watch their vlogs, their reading vlog videos. Those are the only ones I skip. I love the TBRs, I love the unhauls and the hauls, and you know, the book tags and all the quintessential stuff that booktubers do, but when they do reading vlogs, I do not tune in. And I just think it's weird to sit there and watch someone read. It's boring watching someone read. Why the fuck would you guys want to watch me read a book? Even if I sped up the time, which a lot of people do, which everybody does, because it's boring watching people fucking read. Like, it's still boring. It's still fucking boring. Like, you're here for the reviews. You're here for me showing you pretty book covers. You are here for the sass, and I will give you all of that. But actually sitting down watching me to read, and then on top of that, like I said, I read mainly at night from like 8 to midnight, 8 to 1 o'clock in the morning, and my husband's home and my stepson's home. They're both home from work, and so they just want to play video games and be loud during that time and watch TV, and they absolutely deserve it. And so I just, you know, I don't want to try to record a reading vlog while all that's happening as well. So no ma'am, we will not be doing reading vlogs on this channel. But yeah, that's gonna do it. Those are my petty reading habits. Instead of calling this video reading peccadillos, that's what I'm gonna call it. That's what I'm gonna call it. My petty reading habits. Petty reading habits. I like it. Yes, that is the name of this video. Done and done. But yes, those are my petty reading habits. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for coming back. I love you all, you sexy, sexy bookworms. And please, 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 always, always, always pay your library fines. Have a good one, guys. Good night.